We're probably the luckiest people in the world. Now, I don't say that every day, but I say that most days, to be able to do what we're doing. The folks here are just amazing. You know, they love work. They love to see the staff. They love to go on trips. They pretty much love everything, and as a general rule, they're very happy folks. They're innocent, kind of like young children are innocent, and that's one of the things that I really enjoy. If I'm having a bad day, I walk through the workshop and at least 3 people will tell me I'm beautiful. That's always good. And then 2 people will ask me how my baby is, and my baby's 25. So I always tell them about my baby and where he's living and what he's doing. So I just can't even imagine doing anything else. I really can't. I mean, who cares about money isn't where it's at. You know, people say that, and certainly nonprofit is different than for-profit. However, a lot of the basics are still there. You have to have income to run an agency. That's where I think we've been creative, because the state pie is only so big. So we started adding different businesses that we could do, that the proceeds could come back into the program, equipment, space, whatever we needed. And you know, even that, you had to be a little like a regular business, because you had to figure out who your audience was. We have a lot of stakeholders. You know, we've got the families, we've got the businesses that we work with, we've got the public schools that we work with. So it is different because our first concern doesn't have to be money. Our clients do some things very, very well, and if we can do something better than somebody else at a more competitive price, we're happy to look at that, but it doesn't mean we're going to necessarily do it. So I've tried to run this agency like a good CEO would run an agency, in terms of being consistent and thinking about all the shareholders, stockholders, I guess they're called sometimes, and it's worked. Because we have lots of businesses, and we've had our best 5 years ever, the last 5 years.
At Dale Rogers Training Center here, we have several different divisions that just allow people with disabilities to find their skill set and to work. A lot of them will make awards and trophies. We have our own picture frame company, Wyman Frame, and they have the state contract. So if the governor wants a commendation framed, we get to do that. And it's great because they can learn those fine motor skills, the gross motor skills. For those that may have a more significant disability, perhaps they can count and they can put packages together. Everyone contributes as a team. One of the great things about Dale Rogers Training Center, and the reason that they've been around since 1953, is the fact that the mission never changes, and unfortunately the need has not changed. People that have developmental disabilities are people first. They have skills and talents and abilities and lives that incorporate into the community. They should not be put aside, but they should be incorporated. We're seeing that public schools do that as well. And what I really like about Dale Rogers Training Center is that it's not just a fundraiser once a year to bring attention to the cause, but it's actually working with these folks every day to help their skill sets, having them work with their social skills, being able to interact, being independent, having self-esteem, knowing that they have value. And a lot of them are great workers. I don't think you'll find a more loyal worker than someone that has recognized the fact that what others thought they couldn't do, that they can accomplish. And we see that every day, every week, every month.